Doing this with a standby generator will probably blow up something. Welcome to another Community Questions Answered video. This question's from my 240 volt plug-in solar dies in a blackout and how I solved it. If you already have a backup generator with an automatic transfer system, would the base 240 volt plug-in system be able to work with the generator to reduce fuel usage, or would it not work with a generator? So that question is in regards to this system that I made where you can literally plug this solar system in to a 240 volt outlet using a 240 volt microinverter. Definitely unplug this before the generator starts, because what will happen is the generator will start, all of your outlets and things in your house will come back alive, and this Hoymiles microinverter is going to see that and think it's grid power. It will sync itself up to that, and then it's going to start exporting solar power again. Now that's not going to be an issue so long as the loads running in your house are always greater than what the Hoymiles system can produce. But remember, this single Hoymiles microinverter has the potential of outputting over 2,000 watts. So let's say that your loads drop below the 2,000 watt range on this inverter. Well, this is going to assume that your backup generator is the grid, and it's just going to keep pushing power towards that. And so now you're going to have two generation sources fighting with each other, and one of them is going to win. Which one? We don't know, but something will blow up, and it's probably not going to be pretty. So unless you know for sure that your loads in your house will always be higher than what your solar is going to be producing, which I think could be rare and kind of a big gamble, I would say just get rid of your plug-in solar with the backfeeding element and let your backup generator carry everything, or get what I show in this particular video and just get an off-grid inverter that you would, connect loads up to, or a large all-in-one inverter that would actually manage the interface of the solar and the generator in one unit automatically for you. Next question from Free Air Conditioning. I eliminated my AC bill with an easy solar build. Could this setup be used to run the AC and a pool pump? If you guys haven't seen this full video, you definitely need to check it out. I'll leave it linked down in the description, but it's where I offset the power consumption of my whole home air conditioner with solar. It's very cool, and I think I've kind of gotten it refined to be at its kind of sweet spot. But the premise of this is using that Hoymiles microinverter again combined with the battery. So it's just like the plug-in 240 volt solar, with the exception of instead of running the risk of backfeeding or something, or maybe it's not legal where you are, you can actually use the contactor in your air conditioner to vary when the Hoymiles microinverter sees the grid and when it doesn't. So it actually only exports power when the air conditioner is running, and we inject the power right into the air conditioner so it's immediately consumed. And the commenter here is wanting to know if you could run a pool pump using the same setup. Well, do I have good news for you? I actually have a full video about that very thing. You can see my solar array right out there, and boom, look at that, a water pump. So yes, you can do it, and I've got an entire video all about how I did it, and I will leave a link to that down in the video description. But basically it uses the same principle as the air conditioner, because this pool pump uses a contactor to turn it off and on. In my case it's an irrigation pump, but same type of machinery, and you can vary when the solar sees grid power and it boots up as soon as the pump turns on and runs during the course of the time the pump is running, and immediately gets consumed by the pump. So anyway, definitely check this video out. It's very, very cool to see. Next question from Don't Buy the EG4 Mini Split, do this instead. Is there a mini split like this for a 2-room with about 18,000 BTUs? This question is from this video right here where I installed this single zone mini split, and then I ran it off solar power with these big solar panels and my little power station. You can see I've got it plugged in right there. Super slick. And this question is if we can get a 2-head system and increase the number of BTUs. And the answer is yes. As soon as you go past the 12,000 BTU mark, which is what this air conditioner mini split unit is that I'm showing in this video, you have to go to 240 volt power, okay? So you can't just use a standard 120 volt power station with a standard plug like I did here. So you can get a larger 240 volt system, maybe like the Bluetti Apex 300 that does 240 volt, split phase, and then you just plug the 18,000 BTU mini split into that, and you'd be good to go and hook up some solar to it. Done. That would certainly work. Or you could just get 2 of the 12,000 BTU units, or 2 9,000 BTU units. 9,000 plus 9,000 equals 18,000, right? Those will run off 120 volt power and give you dual room comfort. You just have 2 outdoor units instead of just 1. Sometimes that's nicer because you have more flexibility. One could be heating, the other one could be cooling, and vice versa. Whereas with a single outdoor unit and 2 indoor head units, they can only cool or heat both heads. You can't have them doing one or the other. Plus, 1 is none, 2 is 1, right? So if one of those breaks, you at least have the other room that would still be functional while you get the other one replaced. Whereas with the 18,000 BTU all-in-one system, if it breaks, everything is down. So anyway, food for thought on that. Next question from my 240 volt plug-in solar dies in a blackout and how I solved it again. Can you use this small inverter to trick the microinverter to think there is great power? Oh boy, I sense an explosion on the horizon here. So in this video, I'm talking about during a power outage, this Hoymiles microinverter has a safety feature where it will shut down within a matter of seconds of when the power goes out, and that prevents it from backfeeding any power to the grid and causing electrocution to linemen or whatever who are working to restore power, which is absolutely critical. So it does not work, and so I'm proposing you get this Jumpa inverter right here on the right on top of the battery. It's just a simple 48 volt, 120 volt, 2000 watt inverter. And the question is, could you use this small inverter to plug into your household wiring and trick the Hoymiles inverter to come back online? The answer is no. First, it won't work, period. But even if you could make it work, you definitely don't want to do that. Reason number 1, you need to be sure you're isolated from the grid with some kind of transfer switch or something, because as soon as you connect, even this small inverter, it could backfeed power, back on the grid and, kill someone. So definitely don't want to do that. But let's just pretend, though, that you isolate your house from the grid. You flip your transfer switch, so now you're your own little microgrid just for your house, and you try to do that with this particular inverter. Well, it's not going to boot up because this Hoymiles system is looking for 240 volt power. This inverter is only going to give you 120 volt power. And you say, well, hold on. In that video, you show a 240 volt power solution. Yes, I do. But to go to that much effort and expense to get something this capable with 240 volt power just to kick this inverter on, for one, it's not meant for that. You need something specifically designed like the EG4 12000 XP that can AC couple to grid tie solar. But if you're going to go to the expense of getting a 240 volt solution just to trick your Hoymiles microinverter to turn on, you might as well just go off grid and use the 12,000 watt inverter as your main source of power, and use the grid as more of a quote unquote backup generator to the system, and just get rid of the Hoymiles microinverter altogether. That would be my philosophy. So no, you cannot use the small inverter to trick the microinverter. It won't work, period. 2, it's dangerous. And 3, in order to do that, you need a much larger solution, and you might as well use that larger solution to your gain, as opposed to trying to monkey with stuff and trick things to work. Next question, DIY plug-in solar legal in all 50 states. First look at Craftsroom Solar. Could 2 kits with standard 120 do split phase 240 using different outlets? So this question comes from a video that I made quite a little while ago, actually, where I was first testing out the Craftsroom plug-in solar system, which, by the way, I'm going to be doing a video update on because I've been running it now for over 6 months. I'm going to be telling you guys about how much power it has saved the property where I've deployed it. So be excited for that video. It just plugs in, do a standard 120 volt plug right there, and as a result, it only offsets half of your breaker panel, right? Because half your breaker panel is split into one side that's 120 volt. The other side is also 120 volts, and they're just 180 degrees out of phase, which, when you combine them together, equals 240 volt. So if you just have one kit plugged in on 120 volts, you're going to only offset the loads that are on that one half of the panel that the solar system is plugged into. And so the question is, could you use 2 kits and plug one of the 120 volts into one half of the panel and plug the other 120 volt second kit into the other half of the panel and thus offset both sides of your panel? And the answer is 100% yes. That is no problem at all. Or if you live somewhere like I do that has already legalized plug-in solar, you could just go with the 240 volt solution, which would offset all the loads in your house symmetrically because it's 240 volt already. But if you're in the Craftstrom solar ecosystem already, a second kit will take care of the other half of the panel, no problem. Everyone seems to be really enjoying these question and answer videos. I'm going to continue to doing them, and I've been enjoying them too because it gives me a chance to, really respond to some of these good questions in depth. Of course, don't forget that you can book a one-on-one video consultation with me, submit a guaranteed to be answered question, as well as use my custom YouTube channel search engine that allows you to query anything you want. We'll search plug-in solar, and everything that I've either written or talked about regarding plug-in solar will show up in the results. It's really powerful and has helped a ton of my viewers, so be sure and take advantage of that. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype on your way out. We've got so many epic projects and videos coming up. You'll be really happy that you're part of my YouTube family. So stay tuned, stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time.